everybody. My name is Dwayne Massey, and welcome back to my YouTube channel and my YouTube video entitled The Goal Profile. Lecture material that go along with this video can be found on my website, www.masseyinstitute.com. If you want to stop this video at this point and download these materials, please do so. Go to the website, select the Lecture Material tab, select the title of this video, and print out the associated material. You can then follow along on it as the video progresses. You may restart the video when you are ready to do so. Let's go ahead and get started. In our first video, we explained what a peak performance experience is. Since that point, we've been identifying volitional exercises that can help put us in a state of mind where we are more likely to have a peak performance moment, or at the very least be more likely to perform at a higher level on a more frequent and regular basis. As stated in the two previous videos, these volitional exercises can be found in Charles Garfield's great book, Peak Performance. And here's a copy of that book. To get the full impact of these concepts, you need to get the book. And again, I encourage you to do so. In the first volitional exercise video, Identify Your Volition, we identified those experiences that had volitional impact for you in the past. In the second volitional exercise video, Evaluate Your Volition, we scrutinize those experiences and situations that motivate you to want to go out and work hard to make your goal a reality. In the goal profile, we are moving from the theoretical to the practical. We are moving from what you've done in the past to identifying some goal or ambition you want to achieve in the relatively near future. In doing this exercise, have your Identify Your Volition and your Evaluate Your Volition exercises available for reference. Also, as in the Identify Your Volition exercise, you're going to utilize the brainstorming and clustering techniques in the completion of this exercise. In this case, your brainstorming will be directed to anything you can think of that might help you accomplish your present goal, focusing on emotions you think may be helpful, anyone or anything that might assist you in being successful. Identify what you can do from a practical standpoint to accomplish your goal. Include anything else that comes to mind that might contribute to your success. As with the Identify Your Volition exercise, your brainstorming effort should be expressed as a cluster. Write your identified goal in the center of a sheet of paper and draw a circle around it. As you are brainstorming and think of something you feel may be significant, write it on a sheet of paper and draw a circle around it. No matter how outrageous or unrealistic you think it may be, go ahead and include it in your cluster. It may possibly end up being critical to the success of your efforts. You can always disregard it later if you decide it will not be helpful. Again, as you did in the Identify Your Volition exercise, you can link your clusters utilizing straight lines, dotted lines, and arrows. Let me share one of my goal profile clusters with you. My goal has to do with maintaining my physical abilities as I age. And here is a copy of that cluster. Items identified in my cluster include weight training, keeping my body strong. Research tells us that weight training is the closest thing we've ever found to a fountain of youth. Performing cardio, keeping my heart and lungs strong and healthy. Stretching, keeping my joints loose and flexible. Eating properly, minimizing sweets and snacks. Not overeating or stress eating, which I'm prone to do. Maintaining proper weight. Finding ways to minimize stress. Keeping alcohol to a minimum, which is no longer an issue for me due to having a minor medical condition that prevents me from drinking. Getting proper rest. Maintaining my gym membership. Riding the Stairmaster, which to me is the best cardiovascular exercise machine ever invented. I actually have one in the background behind me. And read and study to increase my knowledge related to cutting-edge information pertaining to exercise techniques and options for older adults. As much as I hate to admit it, I am getting older. By completing this exercise, you now have a roadmap of those activities that potentially have volitional motivation for you in the pursuit of your current goal, and encourage you to do all the things, big and small, that will make it more likely you will achieve your goal. I do want to make sure you are cognizant of the progression involved here. In the Identify Your Volition exercise, we identified those experiences that had volitional impact for you in the past. In the Evaluate Your Volition questionnaire, we identified those experiences and situations that make us want to put in the work necessary to make our dreams a reality. Now, in the Goal Profile, you will develop a concrete blueprint that can be followed to assist you in accomplishing your current goal. I hope I'm doing justice to the progression involved in this process, with each of these exercises building and adding to the previous one. That wraps up our discussion today on the Goal Profile. Our next volitional exercise is entitled the Mission Statement. In the mission statement, we will attempt to get in touch with your deeper, more meaningful, subjective reason for doing what you do. We will attempt to identify your underlying purpose, your why. Why am I doing this? Why do I put up with this? And why am I putting myself through this? Getting in touch with your mission is a very powerful thing as it relates to volition and motivation. In conclusion, as always, I hope something we said today was useful and had some relevance to you. Be on the lookout for my next video, which I hope to post in the relatively near future. Again, be sure to check out my webpage, www.masseyinstitute.com. Additional information about sports psychology and the topics discussed can be found there. Also, if you like what you see today, be sure to subscribe to this channel. And be sure to leave comments, as I'm interested in what you think of these efforts. Thank you so much for watching today.